Hello, sunshine. It is Gracie Gardner, and this is Gracie's Tarot Garden. Welcome. Thank you for joining me here today. I'm so excited to do another pick a card reading for y'all. This one is going to be super fun, and it is 18 plus. So if you are under the age of 18, I kindly ask that you scoot off now. Oh, there's Josie wanting to say hi. So yes, this is an adults-only reading. Please also take note that we are going to be looking at tarot decks that do have some sexually explicit images on them if you are uncomfortable by that, or if you are uncomfortable about talking about sex, sexual positions, that sort of thing. Again, this might not be the best reading for you to watch. You might want to pick a different kind of tarot reading. So today's reading is going to be all about what is your first time going to be like. So this could be the first time with that special somebody that you might have your eye on. This could be somebody you might not have even met yet. This could be the next one. This could be your first time ever, period. So I'm really curious to see what sort of messages we're going to get for you today. So we've got 4 beautiful piles for you. And we have a pile, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the camera out. Pile number 1 here with this pink cone. Pile number 2 with the yellow cone. We've got pile number 3 with the blue cone there. And pile number 4 with that orangey cone, gold cone. So if you do need to take more time, please feel free to pause the video, do your voodoo magic that you do when you're picking your piles, and go down to the timestamps, of course, and you can go right ahead and fast forward, fast track to your reading. So I will see you in your reading. Hello, my beautiful sunny people who picked pile number 1 and this pink incense cone. And this is Gigi. I was going to name her Lola, but I think Gigi is much more apropos. So we are going to light your incense here for Gigi, and it's going to burn during your reading here. So hopefully that will get started. Yes, it is already perfect. So for your reading, my pile number 1s, we've got the 3 of Swords. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. Very interesting energies here. So Spirit wants me to take a look at some of the struggles. Spirit wants me to take a look at some of the challenges here before we move into the fun, sexy stuff. So for you, my pile 1s, I think the challenge is actually that you and your person are not going to be on the same page about when to have sex. So what I am getting for you, my lovely pile 2s, or sorry, pile 1, that was weird. My lovely pile 1 is that the masculine is going to want to have sex pretty quickly, I think. He's going to know that he wants to, or the masculine energy. This could be same sex, of course, so. But the masculine energy is going to know that they want to do this really quickly. And I think the feminine is going to kind of struggle a little bit more with the timing and when it's appropriate to, they're going to struggle with when it's appropriate to do this. So I think the masculine's going to lay it on pretty thick. I don't think he's going to necessarily like pressure, but I think he's going to make it pretty obvious that he wants to do this, and he's very attracted to the feminine. And I think the feminine is feeling it here. But I think she knows that she just can't give in to this right away. And so I think there's a little bit of a dance that goes on at the beginning there, where you're just kind of, the feminine could also be worried that the masculine's going to lose interest. Like, just, I think that's part of the concern over sleeping with the masculine too quickly. So the feminine really wants to make sure that the masculine is actually interested and not just looking for a quick lay, because the masculine is incredibly sexually motivated there with that Three of Swords. But you know what? All's well that ends well here. I'm thinking, and I don't think it's going to be a terrible challenge for you in terms of challenges. I think there's going to be a lot of stability here as well. So I do think that you, the viewer, is going to see that this is actually a very stable connection, and it's going to be very pleasurable. So I do think that it's going to be very comfortable when it happens your first time, which is good because first times can sometimes be a little awkward. So I do think it's going to be a really nice grounding thing for you and your partner. I think it's going to really make you guys feel a lot more connected here with this Ace of Pentacles. So, and it's going to like bind you together in a way. Like, there's something about this connection that feels a little bit uncertain or ungrounded until you have sex. And then I think it feels much more stable and connected. And I think you just feel a little bit more certain of what the other person wants. And you, like, once you have sex, you'll know that they're in it for the long haul and they're not just looking to get a little bit of action and then scoot on out. It's actually really cute. The masculine is really eager to make sure that the feminine is pleasured and experiences an orgasm the first time you are in bed together, which I think is actually really sweet. And so I think there's a lot of mutual give and take in this situation here with this Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, everybody gets off. Spoiler. Everybody enjoys themselves and performs pretty good for the first time. I think everybody's feeling pretty happy and stable. And I do think that the actual act of sex for you guys, my pile number one, is actually going to help you see that you guys are really meant for each other. I think that you guys are really quite stable soulmate energies. I think you guys are really well suited for each other here with this Six of Cups, and I think that you're really feeling good about each other, but there's something about this that feels a little bit unstable or a little bit uncertain or unsure. And I think it's only once you guys actually have sex that you feel a little bit better about this and you feel like you're certain that this is going to go somewhere. So this is actually really nice energy here. I think this is probably like one a night. I think this is going to happen at nighttime. I think you guys are going to probably stay in bed together until the morning, which is going to be nice. You might actually do it a second time in the morning. Fun, yay. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy each other's company that first night. I don't think there's going to be anything like crazy in terms of sex. I think it's just going to be really comfortable. There could be some music playing for you guys your first time here. You might listen to some music. They might play you like a favorite song or something like that. I don't know why my guides are showing me handcuffs. So you might you might not necessarily tie each other up that first time, but you might talk about it. You might talk about kinks and fetishes your first time, or like that night at some point. And so you guys might talk about kind of exploring things sexually and what you're comfortable with and what you like and what you don't like. And it might come out that somebody likes to be tied up. And I think that's going to be fine. I don't think it's anything like crazy kink or anything like that, but I do think that there is going to be something that gets talked about that first time or that first night. And it's going to be pretty well received, I think, as well. I think there's going to be somebody that's going to make some interesting faces and noises, and they might feel a little bit embarrassed about that, but actually their partner really likes it. So they could have like a really funny facial expression when they orgasm, or like a really funny, cute, weird maybe sound that they make. And it's not, again, it's not bad or gross or anything like that. It's just something a little bit out of the ordinary, and I think it's going to surprise the other person, and they're actually really going to like that. What else here? Yeah, I do think this is going to be an enduring connection here for you guys, my pile ones. I think you're going to settle into a lot of stability and commitment. I think you're going to have a lot of fun. I feel a lot that you guys are really going to want to make this work and really get each other off and figure out what makes the other person happy. And that's a really nice energy, because you don't always get that in the bedroom with the partner. But I think you're going to be really impressed with them and how much they care about you. And you're really going to see that you guys are quite a nice match. So anything else for my pile ones? Are my spirit guides telling me to pull any other cards here? What do I have for a timestamp? Just one sec. All right, so I do have some astrological dice here that I just got, so I think I'm going to roll those for you guys. So I think that we have Aquarius, we have the masculine, and then we also have the number 1 as well. So that's interesting here. We do have 1 twice, so you guys might see 1-1 when you are getting signs about this person. This person could be an Aquarius or an air sign. So yeah, I am getting that. And we have the masculine, so I was feeling strongly that the masculine is going to be really taking the lead to try to get this moving forward sexually, and I do think that's going to be evident for sure. And so I'm also going to pull a couple of letters here for you guys as well. So we got an H and an S. A U and a T, or sorry, an L. We got 2 S's and 2 B's. So this person might have double letters in their name. So their first name, last name might have the same initials. You might have repeating initials in your name as well. You guys might share the same letter in your name for some of you. So we got H, L, U, S, S, X, B, and S, S. My guides are telling me to go for a couple more. So we also got an N and a Z. So I'm not really seeing too many words here for those letters. We only got 1 vowel there, so. But maybe that might help give you a little confirmation about this person. So I do think it's going to be a really nice connection for you guys. I think it's going to be pretty traditional, and not going to be anything too crazy. It's going to be nice and comfortable for you, my pile ones. So I see good things for you. I really, really do. So thank you for joining me here on this pick a card reading here at Gracie's Tarot Garden. If you enjoyed this reading, please consider giving that video a thumbs up, maybe share it with a friend, comment down below, or subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me in the future. All of that does help me grow. And I do appreciate that so very, very much. So thank you, my pile number ones. I hope that was fun for you. I enjoyed that so much. Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Take care of yourself. Bye. Mwah. Hello, my beautiful sunny people. Pick pile number 2 and this yellow incense cone. So we are going to put this on top here and light that sucker up. So that is my lovely lady. I've called her Gigi. I almost named her Lola, but I think I'm going to stick with Gigi. So we'll light up your incense cone and we'll get that burning there while we're doing your reading. Hopefully that'll get started there for you guys. There. So let's take a look at your cards for my pile 2s. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the King of Swords. And we also have the Tower. This is really interesting here. I gotta tell you, I'm getting some really strong messages off of these cards already. And what I can tell you is that I think for whatever reason, you and this person don't rush into a romantic relationship together. I think there could actually be some practical reasons for this. That you guys can't get together right away. It could be logistically, you know, you might live too far away from each other. Yeah, I think you could live too far away from one another. There could be an age gap. There's something about this that doesn't quite work out. Maybe it could just simply be quarantine or something. And you guys are not able to make it happen. You're not really able to see each other. But I think the result of that is actually a lot of good things that happen. Hang on one second. I'm going to try and fix this. Are you going to work for me? So I think what happens is you guys become really great friends, and it's almost like you get to know each other on a soul level first. You gain emotional intimacy with your person, and you know them as a friend long before you even consider going to bed with them. And it's actually a really beautiful thing. And Spirit kind of wants to tell me that that's going to be what the challenge is for this first thing here for you guys, is that it's going to be a real slow burn here, my pile 2s. I'm not going to lie. This is not like a meet and fall into bed right away. I think you guys get to know each other really, really well first before you ever even consider going to bed together. So I do think okay, so there's a lot of messages coming through for this pile here. It's kind of wild. Okay, so I do think that there's one person here in this connection that will not have had sex in a couple of years. It will be a long time in between partners. And I think with the other one, they are going to... they've had a lot of problems in the past with making bad choices sexually, and so I think the other person is really eager to avoid that and really is not at all looking just to hop into bed with anybody. And so I think you guys are kind of just approaching it from a really different way. But I think there's going to be a lot of attraction there, and I think you guys are actually going to recognize that on a lot of levels you're really good for each other, and you're really going to want to have each other in one another's life in whatever capacity that is. Like, I think you'll see a lot of benefit to having them around and being a part of each other's energies. This is burning really funny. I don't know why it's burning so funny. Anyways, so, but what's going to happen here? Okay, this is going to be really beautiful because I think out of all of the piles, this is the pile that's going to have the best sex, if I have to call it. Because you guys are just going to be like, by the time you finally do this, you're going to be, one, really comfortable with each other, and I think you guys are going to know that you love each other by the time you sleep with each other, which is actually really sweet and really nice. And this is going to be like making love here with this Two of Cups. You guys, and I don't like to use that word making love because I find it's really cheesy and vanilla sounding and kind of, but it's actually really beautiful. You guys, I think at least one person, if not both of you, one of the ways that you express your love to people or in relationships is through physical touch. So you guys are actually going to be showing each other how much you love each other that first time through the act of making love, having sex. And it's really lovely. It really is. It's really nice. It's going to be like a 2-day affair, just to warn you, heads up. You might want to bring some Gatorade or something. It's going to be something. It's going to be quite spectacular. So here's how it's going to go down for you, my pile twos. You might go away on vacation or something with this person. It could be like a work trip. It could be like a convention or a workshop or something. And you might actually just go like together as friends. And what I'm seeing is like the first 5 days, nothing's going to happen. You guys are just going to be there enjoying each other's company. And I think the last 2 days, you're going to be like holed up in a hotel room or cabin or someplace. I don't think it's going to be a familiar place for you guys. I think it's going to be someplace, at least for one person, it's going to be an unfamiliar place. I think it's actually going to be so amazing for you both. Yeah, nobody here is super anxious or eager to get into the bedroom. But I think there's kind of this point where you know it's going to happen and you feel really comfortable and you're just willing to let the sexual tension build up, and you know that it's going to help enhance the experience here. So I do think that the masculine is able to go for a very long time. I think the masculine has a lot of stamina. So yeah, another heads up there, ladies. If this is a traditional masculine feminine and you're a feminine that's watching, just heads up. This guy is gonna go. And it's funny because pile number 1, the masculine was like super concerned about getting the feminine off and making sure that she had a really good time. This masculine wants to make the feminine kind of like lose her shit, if I can say it like that. Like this masculine is really going to blow the feminine's mind. I think you're going to blow each other's mind, but I think there will come a point where the feminine is going to be an exhausted, quivering mess because she's just going to be like, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of pleasure to experience in a short period of time. Not that you're going to have sex for 2 days straight. There's going to be breaks. You'll be able to eat and all of that lovely stuff. But it's going to be a marathon. It's going to be a very long lovemaking process for you guys. I do think there is going to be a conversation at some point in time as well about feelings after the first time. And you guys are going to become a little bit more vocal about how you feel about each other and what you want. And I do think that this is going to change this connection here with this Tower card, because you can't have sex for 2 days straight with your friend without it changing things. So I do think it's going to change the shape of this connection. And I think you guys know that. And that could be part of the reason why you hold off on having sex for so long, is because you just want to enjoy that friendship for as long as you can. But there could be something here about, there's a real energy of delaying of gratification. So there could be some edging here, some tantric sex, some there's just something here about not orgasming right away. So again, I think the masculine's got really good control over his abilities, and I think it ends up being a lot of fun and a little but unexpected. And I think it's going to feel very beautiful and very comfortable for you guys as well here. Any other messages? I think it's going to be really playful. I think it really is going to be about, like, you've gotten, by the time you get to the bedroom, you guys are going to know each other so well, like emotionally, mentally, that it's just going to be like a new way of discovering each other's bodies. So you're really going to be like looking to just find out what makes the other person tick in bed. And I think it's going to be like pretty relaxed and chill. There's not going to be like a lot of pressure on you, because like I think this pile is like zero pressure. It's going to feel very organic and natural for you guys. I do think that you are well matched as well sexually, you and your person, this person. And I do think this is going to be the start of kind of a love thing here. I do think that one of you could be a little bit on the rounder side, maybe a little bit bigger person. That might be the masculine. That might have a bit of a dad bod. Nothing gross. Just, maybe a little bit softer teddy bear like. But I don't think it's going to affect anything at all. So I think I'm going to roll the dice for you guys now. My pile number 2s. Any other messages that I need to think of here? I think I got them all for you. Oh, at some point during your first time, you're gonna hold hands during sex. You're gonna like grab each other's hands and like look in each other's eyes and kiss, and it's gonna be really, really sweet and deep, and it's gonna have a lot of meaning for you guys. So we've got Taurus, we've got the number 2, and I believe that is Jupiter as well. Is that Taurus or Aries? No, sorry, that's, I think, Aries. So there could be a lot of fire here. Yeah, I was feeling the fire. So at least one of you has strong fire in your chart. Yeah, and we've got the 2, so I'm really feeling 2s for you guys for my pile number 2. I think you guys are really a lovely match and a real nice pair here. And I think this is going to be a really strong connection. I just think it's going to be a real slow burn. I think you guys are really going to really take your time to the bedroom. And if that's not your thing and that's not what you want, then you can always pick a different pile if you want to. But I just get the sense that you're really going to know each other as people. So Okay, so let's get some letters. We got a D, a B, another D. We got a W. Come on, some more letters. All right, thank you. So we got an N. We got an M. We got a G and an O and a C. So we got B, C, P, G, D, and M, O. And I'm just hearing the word, I'm hearing wow. So I do think it's going to be phenomenal sex. Again, I think out of all of the piles, it's going to be really, really good. So we do have 2 D's here, so this person could have more than one of the same letters in their name, so they could have multiple repeating letters. Anything else here? I think that's pretty much it for you guys for my pile number 2s. This is going to be a really nice connection. I do think, though, once you have sex, it's going to kind of change things up a little bit for you. So I hope you like that. If it at all resonated, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments section below. Also, I kindly ask that you consider giving this video a like, maybe sharing it with a friend, and subscribe if you would like to see more from me in the future. I love you and I appreciate you, and thank you for spending your precious time with me here at Gracie's Tarot Garden. I really hope that I'll see you back here again soon. Take care of yourself. Bye now. Mwah. Hello, my beautiful sunny souls who picked pile number 3 and this blue incense cone. I'm going to put that right up there on top of my new girl, Gigi, and we're going to fire that bad boy up for you. Hopefully it'll burn. Pile number 2 didn't burn very well, so let's see if we can get yours going. Alright, so let's check out your cards here. So first off the bat, we've got the 2 of Swords. We've got the Magician. We've got the 10 of Swords. We've got the Strength card and also the Death card. Okay. So Spirit kind of wants me to address some of the concerns or issues that this connection is going to face before or leading up to you guys actually sleeping together for the first time, which is fine. You know, nothing is perfect, right? And so I think you guys are going to have like a real meet cute here for my pile 3s. I think you're going to meet in a really memorable way, or it's going to be really like feel really faded. But there's going to be somebody who's not going to see the potential in this connection right away. It's going to take them a little bit to kind of open up to it and wake up to the potential of this connection here. And I think it's more the feminine than anything else, if I'm going to be honest. And I think it's probably because she is still she might be breaking up with somebody or getting over some sort of loss or dealing with some sort of troubles when the 2 of you meet. So whether or not you're the feminine that's watching, I'm not sure. I think the masculine is going to have a really big crush on the feminine here. And is going to struggle with, like, how do I bring this into reality? How do I make this happen here? So, yeah. But again, I do think it's going to be kind of destined. Like, I think you 2 are really meant to be together, but I think you guys are even possibly, like, manifesting this person as well here with this Magician card. And it is a little bit magical. Like there is a little bit of like destiny and fate and angels going on here. Like for this to happen, I don't think it would normally come about. I think it's a pretty interesting way that you guys meet. And honestly, I'm not necessarily getting much in the way of specifics, just that it's going to feel really special. You're going to notice, the masculine's really going to notice this feminine and really see the potential in this connection. And I actually think that in order for this to kind of come into being, for this to actually happen, there's going to be some sort of like almost like a gesture or a revelation by the masculine here in order for the feminine to see this. So I think the masculine's going to do something or say something or give a gift, give flowers, do something that's going to kind of, I don't want to say convince because that sounds manipulative, and I don't think that's what this is. I don't think the feminine is intentionally being manipulative and trying to hold out. I just think she truly doesn't see this happening at first. And so there's some sort of gesture that happens. There's like a revelation. There's like an oh moment, like an aha moment where the feminine like gets it and understands what's going on here. And it's burning really funny. Sorry. So yes, now let's get to the sex. So yeah, there's going to be this weird little dating courtship ritual thing here, or there's going to be like some weird sidestepping, or it's just going to feel like at first that it's not going to happen. I think you're both going to feel like it's not going to happen at first. And I just think somebody needs to have a different perspective, and somebody kind of needs to make their intentions very clear as well. I think the masculine's going to need to be like, hey, I really like you and I really want to explore this further. So what is the sex going to be like? Let's look at the sex, honey. So I think it's going to be sudden. I don't think you're going to be expecting it. I think it's going to happen unexpectedly here. I think it's going to happen at a time when one or both of you, I should say, I shouldn't say more, one or both of you is going to be feeling a little bit on the emotional side here. So this could be like a comfort thing, so you might end up sleeping together. I think it's going to happen unexpectedly. I don't think either one of you is like, I'm going to have sex today with this person. I think it happens very unexpectedly. I do think it's kind of more of a quickie kind of moment for you guys. There's something about this that I think is going to it's going to happen at a time and place that's not going to allow you guys the opportunity to really like explore each other's bodies or really like give into the moment. Like I think it's almost like I'm getting like a coat room or like a large walk-in closet or like a bathroom. It's like the two of you kind of sneak off somewhere, and maybe it's just a talk or something and you end up having sex. And I think it's really unexpected. And I do think that at some point you are going to be standing up. I think somebody might get pinned up against the wall at some point in time. It's going to be extremely like vigorous sex. It's going to be very athletic sex. I will tell you that. But it's going to be pretty quick. But I do think there's going to be a lot of satisfaction, and I'm hearing in my head la petite mort, which is like the little death. So in regards to the feminine orgasm in particular, I think is going to be really like earth-shattering. Like I think it's going to be really, really good, surprisingly good for what this sexual encounter is. The orgasm is going to be really intense. And I think it's because it's going to be kind of an emotionally charged situation, and there's going to be like a lot of feeling, and it's going to be like really unexpected and very, very passionate as well. What else about this first time? I think there could be a little bit of a pause between round 1 and round 2. Like, I think both of you will be craving more, and I don't think you'll necessarily be able to do it again right away, and it's going to be frustrating for you guys. But I think you'll make it happen. I think you'll want a repeat performance. I think you guys are going to be like, no, we need to do this right in a bed with a door and a lock where we can like really let loose, because I think you're going to be feeling a little bit like careful or stifled, or just like you can't quite let go the way that you want to the very first time. It's still going to be really nice though. You're going to feel really comfortable. It's going to be really hot. It's going to be really sexy. And I think it's going to take both of you guys off guard. But I think you might be a little bit like surprised that it happens and might not necessarily know how to deal with it. Like, it's gonna require a conversation, and I think it's going to end up being a new beginning as well here. Like, I think your old way of relating to one another and your old way of kind of thinking about one another is going to kind of die in a way, and it's going to be reborn in a different way. So I think you're going to start to look at this person differently, and they're going to start to look at you differently as a result of this first time that you guys are going to have. All right, so let's roll these die. I've got my astrology dice here. Let's take a look here. So I believe that's Jupiter. Oh my gosh, why can't it? Is that Leo? I think that's Leo. And then we've got the number 3. That is so weird. For the first pile, we got the number 1. For the second pile, we got the number 2. And for the third pile, we've got the number 3. That's really, really crazy. Okay, so let's get some letters here for you guys as well. Yeah, I'm hearing you guys might wonder whether or not round 2 is going to happen. You're going to have moments after you sleep with them for the first time where you're not certain if it's going to happen again. I do think it is going to happen again, but it's going to take a lot longer to get them in a bed than what you both are going to want. So we got double M's, we got a G, we got an A, we got a D, and we've got 3 M's. Wow, so this person might actually have 3 of the same letter in their name. And then we've also got a U. I'm also seeing www, like World Wide Web, so there could be some sort of online connection. Oh, I'm sorry, I just realized you guys can't really see the letters very well. There, that's better. So that's what I've got for you guys there. My pile number 3s. We've got Leo, which makes sense with that strength card. We've got Jupiter, so I do think there's an element of fate and timing here with this. I do think so. And we've got the number 3 as well. So I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, so you could see sequential numbers here a lot with regards to this person or this, when you're seeing signs and symbols about them. So this is actually really nice energy. I do think it's going to be really interesting the way that it plays out, and I think you'll just need to kind of lean into it a little bit, enjoy the ride, try not to get too wrapped up in feeling frustrated, and just kind of let things flow. I think the more you kind of ease into this, the better it's going to go, and it will go exactly as it's supposed to. So thank you so much, my pile threes, for joining me here today at Gracie's Tarot Garden. I really appreciate it. I'd also really appreciate it if you enjoyed this video to possibly consider giving it a thumbs up. Maybe leave a comment if it resonated. Share this video with a friend you think that might like it. And also consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more from me in the future. I love you all so very much. I really hope that you stay safe and well, and I hope I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye now. Mwah. Hello, my beautiful sunny people who picked this orange gold incense cone. We're going to light that up. I'm going to put that on top of my girl Gigi. See if we can't get this flowing a little bit. It's been burning a little bit funny for the other piles, but we'll see what we get coming out of here. Alright, so my pile number 4 is my beautiful sunny people. Let's see what we've got here. We've got the 7 of Pentacles for you to start off with. Then we've got the 6 of Cups. We've got the 3 of Cups. We've got the 2 of Pentacles and also the 10 of Wands. So Spirit wants me to kind of address any issues or concerns or anything like that straight off the bat before we get into the sexy fun stuff. So the challenge of for you guys, my pile number 4, there's 2 things. First is I think this is going to happen pretty quickly. I think you guys are going to feel really comfortable with each other, and it's going to be really obvious that you want to do this. But I think that somebody has some healing from the past that needs to get done, and this healing might kind of get worked out through the 2 of you coming together. And I think one person in particular in this connection might worry a little bit at the fact that you guys might have sex quite quickly in this connection, and you just might worry about that for some reason. That might really bother somebody. And the other thing that might happen as well, your first time, is that I think there was one person who had a really challenging connection. They might have had somebody might have had some sexual abuse in their past, might have been taken advantage of or treated quite badly at times. And there's something that's going to happen during this first time that's going to bring up a bad memory. And so I think it's going to be kind of up to the person who's going through it as to how they're going to deal with it. So I do think for the most part it's going to be pretty good, but I think it's going to kind of throw one of the moments or the moment off a little bit. There's just going to be a moment or two of discomfort or uncomfortableness, because I think there's going to be a memory that kind of gets triggered through this. But I think there is the potential for a lot of healing, a lot of establishment of trust as well. So I think there's kind of this need to really build trust in this connection to really feel safe, because I think somebody's going to feel like worried about their safety, and it's only because of their past experiences. It's not because of the 2 people that are getting together. It's from the past. So that's one of the challenges for somebody. For pile number 4 is just kind of getting over that past heartbreak, past heartache, and any sort of bad memories, not really letting them influence your first time and not letting it kind of ruin the mood, and being certain that you can trust them. So you guys are going to feel really comfortable with your person. I'm really seeing that. And I think your first time is going to be pretty traditional. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be If I had to give it a label, it'd probably be a little bit on the vanilla side. I do think that you guys will have a conversation after your first time about likes and needs and wants and kinks, and I don't think there's going to be like a lot of talking during the actual act. I think you'll kind of be feeling your way through it. There could be like a little bit of communication about what each other likes, but in general, I think there's going to be a conversation about likes and dislikes and kinks and or fetishes, that sort of thing, because I do think that somebody might like it a little bit rough, maybe. Nothing crazy, nothing like really, really violent or bad, but I do think that maybe they have moments when they really like just want to let loose and maybe get a little rough with it. But I think because of somebody's past experiences, they might be a little concerned. So I do think there will be a conversation about that, about limits and boundaries and likes and dislikes. That's going to happen as a result of this first time. It could happen before you have sex with them, but I think that it's actually going to be after the sex that you guys talk about this. Because I think it's going to be very satisfying. Please don't make any mistake when I say that. It's going to be very, very comfortable. It's going to feel very relaxed. It's going to feel really, really nice. You're going to feel really good together. But there's going to be a longing for more. To kind of like go deeper, experience more together, and I think maybe somebody might want to hold back a little bit and not open up, not explore. And so I think the advice is to really make sure that you're open and communicate really well here. I think it's really, really important, because for some reason, for one person in this connection, their past lovers are going to be a big influence on the way things happen and the way that this plays out. They might not have really processed some of this before, and sometimes it's going to feel like it's almost like there's going to be more than the two of you, just because you're going to be dealing with some past thing, like. And again, I don't think it's like anybody trying to be purposely difficult or anything like that. I just think it's like this connection and this first time is going to kind of bring up some trauma that needs to be healed. And I think there's going to be more sex as well than just this first time too. I do think that that's going to continue. And it's going to be really nice. And you're going to feel really sexy and comfortable with this person as well. It's like when you're naked together, you're going to feel really relaxed and comfortable. Like there's not going to be embarrassment with them, which is really nice. Like you're going to feel, you guys could be together in bed naked, and you're not feeling bad about your body, they're not feeling bad about their body, you're just feeling really, really good, really really like you want to do this. So how is this going to happen here, my pile number 4s? So I think this is going to happen at the end of a date. I think you guys might go out to eat, or you might have like a meal at home together. And afterwards, like somebody might cook for the other person. And then afterwards, you might end up making out on the couch a little bit. You might do it on the couch, or you might move into the bed. You might enjoy some dessert together as well as part of your lovemaking experience, which would be really fun. So you might feed each other. Yeah, there's something about dessert that's coming through really clearly too. So somebody might make a really special dessert, or you might eat a really special dessert that's going to be like really yum, really sensual, really like erotic, or like maybe you'll feed each other fruit or mangoes or figs or something. I think the masculine in particular is really going to enjoy exploring the feminine's body, and it might kind of throw off the feminine a little bit because the feminine might not be used to having somebody so touchy-feely and like really wanting to like explore every inch. And so that might be something that the feminine needs to kind of get used to. I do think the feminine in particular does have a lot of bad memories of past experiences. So I do think that is definitely a challenge as well. I do think that your person, you or your person, but I'm getting it's more your person, really likes a lot of variety. I think variety is really important for them. So I think it's really important not to do the same thing every time. Like, I think they really appreciate and enjoy mixing it up. I'm hearing that your person might have had like a partner connection that liked to do it the exact same way every single time. And as a result, they really struggle with that. They really struggle with doing the same thing. And so your person might be really clear with you on that. They probably will express that to you at some point in time. But I do think you guys are going to feel a lot of love for each other. But I think there's going to be moments where you're just not sure how to deal with some of the more difficult emotions that kind of come up. But I think the fact that you really enjoy each other's company and presence and body is really going to help just kind of help you glide through that with relative ease. And I think as long as you're really like open about this, and I wouldn't, if you're kind of resonating with this idea, this thought that of having past partners who were really unhealthy and might have damaged your healthy sex ego or drive, or if you have bad memories, if there are moments when you feel like uncomfortable, you will need to express them. I think it will help a lot. Oh, the masculine likes to have fingernails scratched up and down his back. So if you've got nails, use them, honey. They're really gonna like that. I think that's pretty much it for you guys, my pile fours. I'm gonna roll my astrological dice here and we'll see what comes up. So we've got 6. We've got, I believe that's the sun, and I think that's Pisces as well there for you. So 6s could be really important for you guys. And let's take a look at some letters as well before we go. So we got a G, we got an X, we got a Z, we got an R, we got an S, a U, a Q, an H, and a P. So we got a P, an S, Q. So a very interesting combination of letters there. Not much you can really make with all of those, unfortunately. Can you see that okay? I think you can. So all in all, a pretty good first time for you guys, my pile number 4s. I think this is definitely something that will be looking forward to and that you'll really enjoy. And it will be very comfortable and very satisfying as well. And I do think you'll find a lot of pleasure, and I think there's a lot of potential for healing as well with regards to this first time and this new connection. So I do wish you all the very best, my pile number 4s. Please consider giving this video a like, a thumbs up, maybe share it with a friend, and consider subscribing to my channel if you'd like to see more from me in the future. It all means so very much to me. I appreciate you. I appreciate your beautiful energy. Thank you for being here, and I really hope that I will see you back here again soon at Gracie's Tarot Garden. Take care of yourself. Bye now. Mwah!